everybody, Dusty Marie back here with another video. Hope you like my makeup today. I got to finally play with my new Book of Magic from Beauty Bay. Show you these colors. Ain't they gorgeous? That's what I got this look with today. Okay, well, I've had a lot of parents asking me, I guess it's their big question to them, you know what I'm saying? Like, what did they do wrong? You know, what could they have done better? Really, parents need to realize that your children are not you. They are a whole different person. And what I mean by this is they make their own decisions. Yeah, you raised them, you put into them what you could, try to make them a good person, this and that. But the influence of the world has different, how would I say it, a different agenda for your child, and whatever they choose is basically how their road's gonna start turning and going this way and going that way. I would think that, you know, if anything, if you did feel like you did anything wrong at all, sometimes parents do when kids are younger, in my opinion. You talk too much grown business around your kids. For instance, like one of my sisters, my niece, she worries a lot about how her mother stresses about money. You know, she's always, you know, she's only 7, so she'll say things like, you know, Nene, why don't you help my mama? She's broke and she's crying all the time. You know, I feel like your kids at that age should not be worried about how much money you got in your pocket. That is your business. That is your problem. You made that choice. They shouldn't be hearing about your grown people problems, who you dealing with in a relationship. Kids stress over that stuff. And, you know, I'm one to know that because, you know, my mom and dad, stepdad, had a real bad divorce. And, you know, I was a daddy's girl, but yet my mama, you know, she was the one that wanted the best for me. My dad really just loved me with money. So that's where he screwed up. You know, other than they really couldn't hide that kind of stuff from us about what was going on in their divorce and stuff, but it affected us really bad. And the things, you know, there were things they could have kept to themselves, but I guess they couldn't. And a lot of parents, like, you know, younger parents these days, you know, like I was saying about my sister, they talk about their business in front of their young kids. Kids are smarter than they was back when I was growing up. They know what's going on. They're not dumb. They know that if you're talking about a certain problem, or if you sitting there about to meet the dope dealer or whatever, who you know, they know that. They know, oh, this man gives my mama pills, or this person gives my mama this. They know that. They pay attention. They're not dumb. So try to keep your business to yourself. Another thing is you know, one major thing for parents, if you've never been, you know, and this is no disrespect to you at all, not being a smart ass, but if you've never been a dope head, you know, I'm sorry, I know somebody probably get offended by how I say that, but that's just what I called myself. That's just what it is, you know. I'm very blunt about it. But if, you know, if you've never been a dope head and you've never been addicted to drugs, you do not understand and will never understand why, you know, even though, yeah, we know it's wrong. We know it's wrong to choose drugs. Drugs are bad. But it comes with the same thing as, I feel like, when your kids are growing up and you tell them, don't jump on the couch, that's bad. Okay? And then you tell them, don't do drugs, that's bad. You need to let them know why it's bad. Not just tell them it's bad, because they're going to think, okay, mama don't want me jumping on the couch, but yet mama don't want me doing drugs. Is there the same kind of consequence if I do both of them? No, you need to let them know that there is different consequences to when you do drugs. You know, I'm not opposed to showing them pictures of people that have their teeth missing, that are strung out, you know. And what you ask, what's the youngest age that you should tell them? As young as middle school, because when I was in middle school, people were already smoking weed. People were selling drugs at school, you know, as young as the age of 13. You need to go ahead and, you might think 13, 12 is young, but I promise you it's not. I promise you they probably know more than you do. And at this age, you know, I feel like my son knows. My son is very open with me about talking about things. And, you know, I feel like he knows more than what he should. And, you know, a lot of it, you know, it was before I was honest with him about the drug life. But he already knew a bunch of stuff, and it comes from school. So you want to beat the school to the punch by letting your kids know, and don't let your kid find out about stuff from other kids. There's kids coming to school these days thinking they grown. They are taking care of themselves probably at home because their parents are drug heads and stuff like this, you know, and they're taking all this back to school, trying to get their friends to join them to do this so they don't feel alone. And they're probably going to end up doing drugs with their parents in the long run. I have seen, you know, people I used to hang out with, we was sitting there doing drugs right there with their mama. Their mama was sitting right there doing drugs with us, passing the pipe back and forth. And I was like thinking to myself, never ever with my mama. Because my mama's old school. My mama's never done any drugs in her life. Neither has my stepdad. That's why they wonder a lot, what did they do wrong? Well, I think, you know, my stepdad kind of knows what he does wrong or did wrong or whatever, you know, by loving us with money. And my mama's like the one that's really twisted up about it because she did the best she could. She was hard on us. And that's another thing, you know, you being hard on your kids. Yeah, be hard on them, but also give them a reason why. You might feel like you're an adult and you don't need to give them a reason why. But like I said, the whole example with the couch and the drugs, you tell them don't jump on the couch, don't do drugs. Okay, you're kind of putting them on the same level. Drugs and the couch, jumping on the couch is not the same level. You need to let them know why drugs is worse than jumping on the couch and what consequences you're going to get, you know, way worse than what you would getting a butt cut and jumping on the couch. You need to let them know this. And, you know, my mama, she's gone through this with all of her kids, and I try to explain to her it's not really anything she did, you know, besides, you know, the kids, we were stressed out by the things that we had to go through. It wasn't an easy life, you know, even though I know my mama, you know, I'm not, no disrespect to her, but it was not an easy life. My mother was depressed all the time from being beaten by her husband, you know, stuff like that. And she took her anger out on us. And that's a lot of things. I know she doesn't want to accept that, but, you know, it's not her fault that I went the way I went. It was my choice. Like I said, you can't judge your kids by, you know, okay, these are my kids, what did I do wrong? No, your child, that's your child, but that child is a whole different person. That child got kids of their own probably, you know, they made their own decisions. Your job was to get us to a certain age to take care of ourselves, and if we couldn't do that and we decided to be lazy or anything like that, that was our decision. And another, you know, I could go on and on about that whole situation, but, you know, it comes down to it. Stop stressing yourself out about asking yourself why, because there could be a million reasons why. There could be, you know, your child just ended up not telling you something about what happened to them, and that's just what flipped their script, you know, made them feel something in their life happened to make them feel like it wasn't worth doing a good thing. It wasn't worth living. You know, they would rather die, but are too scared to go ahead and cut their wrist or shoot the brains out, you know, and drugs is just the easier way to take them away from the pain. And, you know, a lot of people are asking me, you know, the parents, how can I help? I hate to say this, but you can't really help. Your child needs to be ready on their own. They have to be ready. Do not fall for any of this, okay, let me get high one last day and then I'm going to be ready. No, if any addict tells you they just want to get high one last time, give them one more day, they're not ready. They're not ready. If they're ready, they're gonna throw that crap in the toilet and flush it, and it's gonna be, let's go to rehab. Let's get on it. That's point blank. I've seen a lot of people, let's get high one more time. Then that one more time becomes one more time, one more time. Somebody plays that with you, I'm telling you, save yourself the heartache and walk away. You cannot help them. You can pray for us, pray for them, do all of that. But you yourself, you can't help. Let them know. And another thing, do not make it easy for them. Do not give them a couch to lay their head on. Do not give them a bed to lay their head on. You need to make, if you want to help them, make life as hard as possible because of the decisions they chose. Put them out on the street. Do not allow them to be in your house if they're going to be doing drugs. Because if you have other small kids there, you know, things like that, you're taking a chance in losing these small kids because you have a junkie in your house. Okay, they're not worth that because they're selfish. First off, they don't give a damn about them kids in the house. They don't care that you're taking a chance and letting them lay their head and be in a safe place. They don't care about that. They don't care about them kids. If they cared, they'd leave that house and be like, you know, I'm not going to impose on you, and I'm just going to leave. Don't make life easy for them. Don't give them money. You know, none of that good stuff. Feed them. Yeah, a meal's not going to kill them. You know, it's not going to hurt to feed them or whatever. And always, I can't stress enough, after you have your conversation with them and they leave, let them know you love them. That is really, really big whenever it comes to an addict. Let us know you love us, you know, because that's where we're lacking. We don't feel loved. You know, something happened that made us feel like we wasn't worth fighting for, like our life was just gonna be nothing anyway. So to us it was like, why fight for it? You know, let them know it's not gonna make them think that, oh, okay, they told me they love me, so I might can get more out of them. No, make it very clear that you're not gonna do anything for them. You're not gonna make life easy for them, but do let them know that when they're ready, you will be there. That's what you can do for them. And I'm not going to drag this video out, but, you know, because I know all my videos are, because I'm getting the same questions back and forth about my videos, and it's, you know, the parents are worried, but it's not nothing you done, because, like I said, your child is a whole different person. The faster you come to terms that your child is not, you know, you can't control that, your nerves are going to be better. You're going to be able to have a better day, because I know you stress every day about, are you going to get that call? You know, as long as you are knowing, you know, you can sit there and be one of these parents that enable an addict. You sit there, give them money and all that, and then when they die, it's going to be your fault. Like, I'm going to be straight up about it. If you're sitting there giving your addict child money, you constantly making it cozy for them to come home and just, you know, sleep it off, feed them, you know, stuff like that, you're killing them. If you baby the addict, you kill the addict, point blank. I don't care who you are, if you think you're doing the right thing. Yeah, every child learns different, but let me tell you, all the ones that's been babied, where do you think they at? Their parents ain't there to baby them no more. They can't be babied because they're 6 foot under. Do you want that? Ask yourself that. And if you don't want that, start today. Cut them off. Do not give them a warm place to lay their head after they go get high and break all the rules that you have for your house. If you have any younger kids, they have younger siblings, and they're just constantly disrespecting you, and you just scared, oh, I better let them stay here or they're going to end up dying. Okay, well, they don't care. I know you need to care, but you got other kids to worry about. You got other kids that might get taken from you if DSS finds out that you got a drug addict in your house and you're allowing this. Really think about it. Why, you know, what kind of person would allow a drug addict around their kids, knowing you're probably going to find needles around? The kid might pick up a needle. Why would you do that? That child isn't important enough for you to set that one person aside and lay down some rules? You know, you really need to think about that. I really appreciate y'all watching my videos. I think I'm getting more comfortable in front of the camera now. And also, I want to remind you to please subscribe, share my video, and like. Please comment if you have any more questions. I'm starting to like doing these videos. I'm watching more and more on YouTube, seeing where, you know, I know there's a lot of people's stories on YouTube, but it's not people telling their own stories. They have, you know, rehabs telling their stories. You know, people are getting interviewed or whatever. It's not really nothing like I'm doing. You know, there is a couple people, but, you know, it's really important for us, you know, people like me, to be supported in what we're doing, because it is scary sitting here knowing that the whole world is going to judge us by telling you what we've done in our life, you know, the bad decisions we've constantly made over and over, the insanity of it, you know, and, you know, just sitting here letting our family know that now we knew what we was doing. And it kind of makes me feel even stupider, because now my family knows, I realize, and, you know, I feel even worse for it, because I mean, there's nothing else I can say, but I'm sorry, and have to keep going on from where I'm at right now, you know, starting life over and not having nowhere to go, but I'm not giving up, you know, and every day is something different. It's not something constant for me, and that's what I'm looking for, something constant, and I hope I find that, you know, doing these YouTube videos. I want something constant in life that you know, I don't have to worry about if tomorrow's going to be different. I know I'm going to wake up in a warm place and stuff like that, but, you know, I think I'm strong enough, you know, I'm not going to run back to the drugs, you know. I do want life to get better because I feel like I deserve it and I'm fighting hard enough for it. But if you are an addict watching this and you feel like you've fought, you know, and you're in a position like me, you've been clean for a couple years now, and things are just not getting better, don't give up. Keep holding on. You know, it's gonna get there. It's gonna get there. Somebody's gonna see you and see what you're doing, see how good you're doing, and give you another chance. You know, you're gonna have another chance to, you know, see your kids and do better, you know, but you have to wait for that chance, because them chances were given so many times and we took advantage of them, and now we just have to wait, because our chances of taking them are over with. So it's being patient. We have to be patient about our life, and, you know, just hope for the best, because, you know, there is hope. I know I'm not gonna, as long as I keep doing good things are gonna keep coming, and that's what I'm praying on. So thank you everybody for watching. Please subscribe, support me. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video.